of Projexel Foundation. I'm glad to share about Projexel Foundation. Seema Prakshita Roy is the founder and director of the Projexel Foundation. Projexel Foundation was founded in 2017 to look after children education and literacy, art and culture, differently able, women's development and empowerment, sports and vocational training. The mission is to bring up the slum areas, needy students, old age and physically challenged and make them capable to live respectfully. The main objectives of the foundation is organizing seminars for upliftment of younger generation, women empowerment program, helping orphanages students by making orphanages home, make old age persons relax comfortable to his life with dignity without fear, and to bring light in the life to unstable people and children. We are very happy to be a part of the Projectual Foundation.
I would like to share my experience in this Projectual Foundation. On behalf of our team, our experience in Projectual Foundations was very great. We have learned a lot of things and gained a new experience from here. If we have committed any mistakes while working on this internship, the coordinator ma'am treated us very gently and gave chances. Thank you for that, ma'am. We have enjoyed the whole internship thoroughly because we have been doing this for child welfarement and women empowerment. We hope this as a small integration from our side for their development and well-being. Thank you, ma'am.
Applause.
Projectile Foundation. The experience on Projectile Foundation was very fabulous. We got many awareness through posters us to make the society as a clear vision. It also had improved our teamwork among us and foundation had supported us enough for the thank you.
There is no greater inhumanity in the world than hurting a child. Let's talk on child abuse and get a better solution for it. Now I welcome Dr. Theresa Michael, the founder of YHRI Born Free Pune, to share a few words on child abuse. Please, ma'am.
Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining in. One thing that I'm really proud is to see all the interns of Projexel Foundation to be here in this meeting. Because there was a day, one day, when I myself stood in a meeting as an intern. And let me tell you one thing, the beginning of abuse started. So I'm so glad that you all are already under the protection of Projexel Foundation. Because as a young intern, I had many dreams, I had many goals, and I wanted to achieve the best. But along with this came a lot of people who were against the kind of dreams that I had. They were against the kind of goals that I wanted to reach. So nobody likes it when you are good in the real world. And when it comes to facing that, as a young intern, there was only one band-aid that my mother taught me, and that was, Teresa, no matter what, right is right, wrong is wrong. And every time I had a situation where something was being wronged or somebody was treating me wrongly, I would just solely remember that one w- word that she would say: right is right, wrong is wrong. And I would stand to whatever I had to deal with just one weapon: right is right, wrong is wrong. And throughout my internship, it made me one of the most strongest, bravest, and the most successful person. So don't give up on this one learning, because this is the most important thing that ma'am has directly or indirectly taught you all as an intern. These are lessons which will be proving beneficial for your success, because success on the right note will take you further. Success in the wrong note will never take you ahead. So, am I very clear on the rights? Can I get an answer from any one of the participants? Okay, because we'll have to unmute. I would like to read out a petition for all the interns. And this is one thing that you all must listen to carefully and follow it. I will send you the details later. If there is something that you would like to know, just type it in the chat box. I'm proceeding with the petition. I would like everybody to put their hand on the chest, whether I can see all or whether I cannot.
Yeah, please unmute your video, girls. Vaibhav, unmute your video and men saying something. So do follow.
So put your hands on the chest and say after me: we are the undersigned citizens that the United Nations adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948 as the first international recognition that all human beings are entitled to their fundamental rights and freedom, which must be respected and protected by all the nations of the world. That the fundamental freedom enshrined in the Declaration and the International Bill of Human Rights are still not a reality for many, as human rights abuses constitute a worldwide problem and gives rise to ethnic, radical, and religious conflicts. That we all call upon the government and the entire public and private sector to ensure that the fundamental freedoms enshrined in the Declaration are universally implemented and become a living reality. That in order to ensure that the fundamental freedoms for everyone enshrined in the Declaration be known, understood, and enjoyed by all everywhere, we call on all the governments to make human rights education mandatory in schools, colleges, and NGOs, and to conduct human rights education campaigns for all. That in this year of declaration, we call on the governments, private and public sector organizations to promote the Universal Declaration of Human Rights through education campaigns, events, broad publication, dissemination of the Declaration to the children and adults throughout the world. I would like every participant to put I agree in the chat box. I agree in the chat box. Thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you, Srinithi. Thank you, Vipisha. Thank you, Joshiga. Thank you, Kashmira. Thank you, Projexel. Thank you, Oreoluwa. Thank you, Chantini. Do we have any more participants? Okay. So this is your first exercise because all the names that have written, thank you, Nega, who have mentioned I agree. I request Seema ma'am to remember all their names. They are going to get their human rights certificate from the Youth for Human Rights International. So I want to give everybody a big hand. Okay. So the next level for all the interns who are now not going to be interns, but they are going to become leaders in human rights.
Yes.
So I want every participant who is ready to become a leader to type, I am ready. Let's make it quick. I request all the interns who want to become leaders to type in, I am ready. Thank you, Vaibhav. Once more, you're number one person. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Kashmira. Thank you, Jogesha. Thank you, Srinithi. Thank you, Nega. Thank you, Samantha. Oh, Samantha says I'm back. Thank you, Vipasha. And thank you, Chantini. Okay. I want you to remember this absolutely and very clearly. I will send this document again for you. I would like you all to all repeat. And if not, the first person who mentioned, I am ready. Ma'am, I think you can unmute him. So nice to see you live. Are you unmuted?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. You're going to be repeating after me because you're going to be the first lady in Assam who's going to be declaring the 30 human rights. Are you ready
I'm
to
ready,
be
ma'am.
the first lady?
Yes, ma'am.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
We are all born.
Ma'am, it's tracking, ma'am.
Repeat after me. We are all born
We are all born
free and equal.
free and equal.
The second act, do not discriminate.
Do not discriminate.
The third act, the right to life.
The right to life.
The fourth act, no slavery.
No slavery.
The fifth act, no torture.
No torture.
The sixth act, you have rights
You have rights
no matter
no matter
where you go.
where you go.
The seventh right, we are all equal
We are all equal
before the law.
before the law.
The eighth right, your human rights
Your human rights
are protected
are protected
by the law.
by the law.
The ninth right, no unfair detainment.
Ma'am,
No unfair detainment.
no unfair treatment.
The tenth right, the right to trial.
The right to try.
The 11th right, we are always innocent
You are always innocent
till proven guilty. The 11th right, we are always innocent
You are always innocent
till proven
till proven
guilty.
guilty.
The 12th right, the right to privacy.
The right to privacy.
The 12th right, the right to privacy.
The right to privacy.
The 13th right, the freedom to move.
The freedom to move.
The 14th right, the right to seek a safe place.
The right to seek take place. Right, ma'am?
Yes. The 15th right, the right to nationality.
The right to nationality.
The 16th right, marriage and family.
Marriage and family.
17th right, the right to own your things.
The right to own your things.
The 18th right, the freedom of thought.
The freedom of thought.
The 19th right, freedom of expression.
Freedom of expression.
The 20th right, the right to public assembly. The right to public assembly.
The right to public assembly.
The 21st right, the right to democracy.
The right to democracy.
The 22nd right, social security.
Social security.
The 23rd right, workers' right.
Workers' right.
The 24th right, the right to play.
The right to play.
Now, Srinithi, I want you to be authoritative. I want you to be strong. I want you to speak in all power. Take a
Yes,
deep
ma'am.
breath in,
Yes, ma'am.
because the last 5 gives you the power to be a full leader.
Yes, ma'am.
The 26th right, the right to education.
The right to education.
The 27th right, the right to copyright.
The right to copyright.